Hey everybody, welcome back. 2024 is going to soar. You're going to walk through the open door and there is more for you. Today I'm going to tell you, my name is Amanda Moxley, and I'm going to tell you where to find the money. Put in the comments, money, if you want to make more money as a business owner in 2024. I'm going to give you 3 tips to make that happen. And if you follow these steps, I believe you can make over $500,000 this year. So, step number 1, you have to understand the money is in the messaging. The money is in the messaging. You might be planting a lot of seeds right now. You might, last year you planted seeds, but they didn't bring the harvest of your desires. Instead, they brought maybe little seeds or just almost to your goal, but not getting your goal. So if I were you, you need to re-examine your messaging. How do we do this? The money's in the messaging. So there are 2 things that I recommend you focus on. Number 1, what is the painful problem that you are helping your client overcome, your avatar overcome? What is the painful pit, the problem in specific, absolutely measurable, actionable words? What is their problem that you can articulate that they say, oh my gosh, are you in my dreams? Are you reading my journal? Were you up with me at 3 a.m.? Did you hear what I said? Because I am feeling this and you just articulated my painful pit. That is what you need to be doing. You need to get inside of your ideal client's brain. How do you do this? The best way I recommend doing it is look at your own journey. Journal it out. What were you thinking? What were you feeling? What were you believing? What actions were you taking or not taking when you were in your painful pit? When you were having a problem? And maybe your painful pit was as soon as last Sunday. It doesn't matter. You just need to get intimate with your pain. What happens is a lot of people are not intimate with their pain. They're coping in such a way that they're scrolling, they're overeating, they're over drinking, they're watching all this consumption, and instead you need to sit with your pain so that you can articulate the pain, so people can feel your heart and feel that you can help them as well. So master your messaging. That is where you're going to find the money. So we've got the painful pit. Now we need to talk about the payoff. What is the promised land? Where do they want to go? What is that? What does it look like at the end of this dark, rocky road that they are on? What does it look like? Specific language. So a lot of my clients will come to me and they say, well, I just want my clients, they want to feel more confident, they want to feel more joyful, they want to feel more happy, and they want to, and I say, well, how do you define that? You have to make it specific and measurable. So get specific. How to release 50 pounds in 5 months or less. How to fall in love with your soulmate and not have to date and go through all the dating apps. So get specific on their payoff. The money is in the messaging. If you are harvesting not as well as you want to harvest, take a look at your messaging. Here's what you can do. What I would do is I would come up with a couple different taglines around your messaging, and I would go and I would interview key people of influence who are similar to your client avatar and ask them, what do you think of this? And do not be afraid to receive their feedback, either positive or negative, but receive their feedback. And then maybe you need to switch around it a little bit, but focus on that. So for example, I have a masterclass called Wealth in a Weekend. Wealth in a Weekend Masterclass, or Make More Wealth in a Weekend Masterclass, Wealth in a Weekend Challenge. These are specific. It gives you a word picture in your mind. So that's the first thing you want to do. The second thing you want to do is you have to understand that the money is in the mess. The money is in the mess. And a lot of people, they don't want to look at the mess. So the more that you can articulate and be present with your painful problems and the payoff for yourself. For example, I have a client that she just had her father pass away. She's had a lot of just really hard times, and she's really present. She's had time down on her knees. She's been praying. She's been really praying for breakthrough, and she's so intimate with it. So if you understand that your money is in your mess, I would suggest to you that when you put a spotlight on your pain, when you put a spotlight on your shame, God is going to glorify it and make it your fame. I'm thinking about Joseph in the Bible, right? He went into the pit. He went into Potiphar's house. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I'll go into this later. But he went into the pit and he went into jail for something that he didn't do. And then God rose him up out of there, and then he went into the palace and he was able to help and save the kingdom and even reunite with his family. I keep thinking about him. So, you have to get painful with your mess and be able to talk about it and highlight it and share about it, not in a way that you are not 100% healed, and that you don't have to be 100% healed, but not in a way that you're getting triggered and you're crying because you're still not over it. You need to be present with it, but you don't want your audience, you don't want the people watching your videos, your YouTube, you don't want them counseling you or trying to, hey, I need to help her because she's so wounded. No, you need to be an expert. So your money is in your mess, but you're on the other side of your mess and you can articulate your mess. Do you hear what I'm saying? So talk about the mess, talk about the problems you were in, talk about how painful it was, talk about where you are now, the payoff, what it looks like, what it feels like, what it sounds like, what your actions are now. All right? And now, finally, your money is in your mojo. That's right, it's in your mojo. It's in your mojo. It's in your mojo. Your money is in your mojo. Here's what's happening, guys. Most people, you're suffering from over-analysis paralysis. You're overthinking. Write that down. Stop overthinking. You're overthinking, stinking thinking, so that you never get started. I don't care if you absolutely suck. I only care is if you actually take action. So this is the action. Your mess is in your mojo. You want to have key specific targets of how many times that you want to create content a month. So for me, I create 3 YouTube shorts a week, and I create 2 long videos a week, and I do 14 to 16 TikToks, Instagrams. Those are reels a week. Specific. So use your mojo. I do a masterclass. So I have a masterclass every week. Come to it. It's called wealthinaweekendmasterclass.com. Anyway, what are your specific tangible actions that you're going to do for your mojo? I have a live event. I have a challenge every month. What are your payoffs? What are the things that you're doing that you can specifically do, even if no one shows up, even if you don't even sell anything? Okay. Now, the last thing is I had a client ask me, well, what do you do if you need to make money? So here's what you do. You want to have a client love list. On your client love list, all the people that you're connected with, then warm up, connect in with them. Then I would create a program. Your program needs to have a specific name, something like how to make $30K in 30 days, or how to lose 30 pounds in 3 months. And then you have 2 indicators. You say, by the way, I have a new program. I have a new program. This is what it's called. There are only 10 spots available, and they need to be claimed by this week. So you have 2 limiters: how many spots are available and when it expires. And then you go out to your client love list and you invite them to have a sales call with you, but you don't call it a sales call. You call it a body barrier breakthrough call, or you call it a whatever it is that you do. Put the word breakthrough after it. You want to have a breakthrough call with them. And that is how you would make money. But then you don't just do that once. You do that all the time. You do that every single week. You have your client love list that you're connecting with, that you're emailing, you're producing content for, you're letting people get to know, like, and trust you. So I hope this was helpful for you guys today. You can do this, but you're not going to be very successful if you're just sitting on the sidelines and you're just watching and scrolling. So my other challenge for you is this. Take an inventory. How many hours a day are you consuming information? YouTube, podcasts, free challenges, PDFs, whatever, TikToks. How many hours are you doing? What I would recommend, if you're consuming 1 to 2 hours a day, why don't you produce content, even if it sucks? Content to get your kinks out, to try to find your voice with this thing, and go out there and share your message. The money is in the message. Do you hear me? The money is in the message. Are you speaking the message? Mouth to millions, words to wealth. Communication equals currency. Currency means cash. All right, watch the next video. Put in the comments that you enjoyed this video, and let's go have some fun this year.